Today we've come to the War Remnants Museum in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. It's definitely been on our bucket list.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the history and just keeping in mind that there's never a winner in war, and to see just another point of view, another side. And from the outside, it looks pretty epic already.
Hence, we are very excited to go.
Yeah, let's go. There's definitely some pretty severe torture chambers. There's certain things that I wouldn't have ever wanted to go through in my life. So the fact that people have had to go through those things is astounding, because war is never the people's choice. So when the people have to be inflicted in war, most of the time, the people who suffer are civilians, not even the people who are in control of the war. So,
Well, given today's times, it's a very sensitive subject, but it is great to be here. It is an eye-opener, and looking at the chambers, it's very good that they seem to be honest about the torment they put people through. So, yeah, it's history. It's got to be studied to make sure we don't repeat it. Beautiful cornettos.
we just sat down to have some ice creams and soft drinks. It came to a staggering 100,000 dong, which will pop up the conversion on the screen for you, but it definitely is good value. One thing to note, though, is cash only. So if you do come here and use their cafe, remember that they don't take cards. But the place is definitely eye-opening. There's so much to see when it comes to the history of this Vietnam War and what humans are capable of.
War is a subject that is definitely not something that we enjoy talking about or even
Ever talk about?
it's just not something that we would, proactively support. Being here and understanding what happened really brings a realization of what we are capable of as humans. And let me be frank, we can be brutal, we can be horrible, and we can be the most terrible things in this world. Most problems, if not 100% of problems, happen through other people or ourselves. If there was no people, there would be no problems in our everyday lives. But the extremities of what we've seen really leaves a shock on the soul. And I'm hoping some good can come out of us knowing of the brutalities that we've seen.
Well, you'd hope that good would come anyway. The world is going through a lot right now, as we all know. And war would look very different now compared to way back then. And that's scary, because there are many people in power who have the control to wipe the planet out thanks to nuclear power. So yeah, we're in a different situation now, and I just hope war is something of the past. I've got a feeling it's not. And whatever we live through now, I hope that the majority of people will be good and okay. It's scary.
As we're finishing our ice cream/lunch, I am left thinking of one quote that I think is important to share. You cannot be a good person until you know how much evil is contained within you. And this is why history is so important. Nothing less than barbaric, but I do think it's a gentle, a strong reminder of what humans are capable of. I don't believe this is in the past. I don't believe we can put this down to, oh, that was then, and not now. Yeah, things will change, but the act of violence that is in the human person, I think, is something to be totally aware of. In the museum, it has 3 floors, as well as some outside areas to go around. When we come into floor 1, we've seen aspiring beyond challenges, and it seemed like the quietest room. Through the tragedies that unfolded with the war, this room is designated to them on what achievements they were successful in following the tragedies that were laid upon them. Kira just kindly left a note. Well,
My thoughts and feelings. I hope one day people read that book and they realize what truly damaging feelings you can feel. You know, you can feel certain things that you never would expect yourself to feel by seeing what's happened before. And I hope people read that book, not just my message, but others as well, and become better. Because in our lifetime, we can all do better.
We're on the 3rd and final floor. So far, it's been very educational. Definitely an aura in here that Gucci herself has picked up. She's actually started shaking.
She's been shaken since we were walking past photographs that were quite explicit of things that were going on, tortures, and then the result of torturing. And she's just been shaking physically the whole time. And it's not because she's cold, she's hot. She's shaken from something else. So I don't know what kind of atmosphere she's feeling in the room. But
Could be coincidence, it's just very strange.
She never does it.
Yeah.
And also, not just educational, it's also very emotional. It definitely pulls some heartstrings. And okay. Thank you.
Thank you, saying no video.
No camera, no camera. Okay.
So that concludes our tour. If we do get stopped, then we are going out. So hopefully we're not breaking the rules too much.
Well, that was emotional. Gucci has suddenly stopped shaking now we're outside, which is really weird. I can't even pinpoint how strange that's been. That place opens your eyes. It opens up another door to your thoughts.
It's definitely one-sided, but I think it's fair to say that that's expected. And you said before, no one wins in war. That's a true reflection. Regardless of what you think, tragic things happened. One thing I was really, really surprised about is the toxins and chemicals that were used and the knock-on effects that had, not to the immediate individuals, but the families.
You know, that goes into the DNA for so many years and years and years, and it causes so much damage. And also, I'm quite surprised at the result, because the US, you know, in there it says the US used so much force, so much ammunition, so much money went into that war, billions and billions of dollars, and so much force. You know, it is amazing really how Vietnam won.
Yeah, you would say it's an act from God, but one of the things that kept them going was one of their leader, Ho Chi Minh, from what I gather, was just selling and presenting them the idea of freedom. I'm not an advocate of war, but one thing I do believe in is freedom. The fact that we've come to a different country to experience what they say about the war, their history, is very important, because each country will have their own version of truth, and the victors normally write the history. So to go to a different side and actually have a different point of view gives you a better balance in life. I think that's why today was so important to me, to come and hear the other side and not have a biased view. So next stop,
We're going to go to the train station and we're going to hopefully pick up some train tickets, ready for our next journey.
Fingers crossed.
We're at Saigon railway station. We've never been here before. We need to check it's even open because it's the day after a New Year's celebration. So hopefully they're open and we can actually buy tickets because we want to go somewhere cool, don't we?
Yeah, we're off to... Not today, but we do need to pick up our tickets to make sure we get on the train.
Yeah, all three of us.
Apparently it gets quite busy, so we need to make sure we get our tickets. Let's go.
Let's go. They have banh mi's. They've got lots of coffee areas and places you can eat and drink before you get your train. So if you do get here a little bit earlier, at least you know there's places to sit, eat and drink. Looks nice. That was a really easy process. They had the seats we wanted, the dates we wanted, the place we needed to go, and it was really smooth, just the whole process. They didn't, I think, speak great English, but there was enough to get by. I didn't have to get Google Translate out. It was really just simple. And we got our tickets.
Yeah, there's nothing much more to say. It was very quick. We've been in and out within 5 minutes. Obviously, it seems very quiet here. I'm sure this isn't a typical day, but yeah, it's done. So next stop, let's go.
Well, you'll see where the next stop is because we haven't told you yet.
Well, I'm looking forward to this.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. I've wanted to go to this place for so long, so I'm glad it's finally happening.
Yeah, what are you looking forward to?
Surfing. The seat's over there at the top.
Do we just go sit down or?
Don't know.
Everyone seemed to be dressed up for their New Year's Day, because I believe the New Year's Eve ended last night. The reason why I say ended, it's a 2-week celebration, I believe, which came to a conclusion last night. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm trying to piece together and learn the culture as I go. But we've come here, everyone's dressed up, taking photos with the surrounding kind of beauty.
Vegetarian fried rice.
Nice, yeah.
Vegetables. With the tempura fried prawn.
Yeah.
And the prawn spring roll. Come on, thank you. Gucci's under the table trying to get at people's feet. So, that was interesting. Sit.
I think that's the easiest order we've ever done. It comes with some free cold green tea. And yeah, let me show you.
I'm so glad we kept walking when we felt like not and getting a taxi instead. I'm so glad we kept walking because this food looks delicious. I'm so super hungry. We both are. And this is going to go down really well. Yum.
I'm not sure what to say. I know Kira loves spring rolls, so...
And these have been made perfectly with the crisp. Isn't that delicious? I couldn't even wait.
It's hot.
But it's beautiful.
Well, the only thing to say is another beautiful end to another beautiful day. Anything to add?
Yeah. Don't forget to have a smiley life.
Yes. Remember, always have a smiley life.
Good night.
Obviously, this is a vlogging/travel kind of channel, and it's not to get into the weeds of politics, war or anything. It's just kind of brought up these feelings, and we thought it was only fair to capture them. And one of the purposes of this vlog is, in 100 years' time, all being hopeful that YouTube is still around, our thoughts and memories are still online for our family members to be able to look back on. So there will be glimpses of us and our personalities spread throughout the vlogs, but you know, we will try and choose each sections wisely so it's not, you know, to keep the feeling light and fluffy.
Yeah.
That's why we have Gucci,
That's
light
why we
and
have
fluffy.
Gucci.